Pete from Retro Arcade and Racing Lunatics. Thanks for everyone providing their list, suggestions and ideas with regards to trackballs and spinners. Yes, it is off topic to normal racing gear, but look, there's some games in here that are racing in nature, so I'm going to claim it. I recently got a modified tang stick with a big trackball on it because people were saying, Pete, you've got to get into Golden Tee, and I'm just terrible at golf. And I'll tell you what, those games are actually a lot of fun. I'm still crap though. I might need some golfing digital arcade type tips. Anyway, so I'm just doing this video for Phil, which maybe others might find useful. This is really just a quick video about the build that I've got in Launchbox and Bigbox. You'll see on the screen here, Launchbox looks probably quite different to most default versions of that, simply because I've got my license applied, which you'll need to supply your own, but I've got the actual Launchbox Neo Deluxe theme applied, which you can easily just do through going into tools, badging, download Launchbox themes, and then just picking your particular theme and applying it. I've got the unified refried themes in Bigbox, so again, without the license, or when you go in there, it won't necessarily just drop straight into that particular one that you'll see on our video. So you just need to go and apply the Bigbox thing as well. You could just pull the data files, playlist from the data files as well, and add this to your own particular Launchbox and Bigbox build. Feel free to do that. This is this is a part of Launchbox in the community, so go for it as long as you're sharing it and not hiding it behind a paid drive or a sneaky paywall, etc., etc. This is just something that we're just doing as part of the community. Anyway, so today what am I talking about? Talking about how to add marquees, etc. to Launchbox and Bigbox. So if you've got a second screen like myself and Alex and Phil and others, which has a big screen at the top of the main screen, as you'll see on the screen actually that I'm talking to, you can have a rotating or changing marquee depending on the games that you want to play. So for instance, you could see these various marquees that are playing, which is really quite cool in the scheme of things, because it really just gives a personal custom feel to the actual game that you've got in your cabinet. The great thing about the Launchbox Bigbox build is the guys over on Launchbox community have got this amazing third screen plugin as well, so you can actually just go, if you wanted to look at things such as trackballs in Bigbox. You can add things like animated marquees and all sorts of things, which is great. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly show you how to actually just go and add a marquee image. You'll see on the far left hand side, I've just gone and downloaded a really good high resolution logo or marquee file from the internet or from our website. In this case, I've just got this one from the internet. I'm just going to go down to a game that I just stumbled across, hence why I've gone and moved the file around. Oh, actually, just as we go past here, things like Golden Tee Live, these are all Technoparrot games, got a whole bunch of instructions about them. They're all subscription, but the wonderful guys over in Technoparrot wrote some amazing instructions on how to get these up and running. It takes about 20 minutes to set each of these Technoparrot games up, because your computer needs to actually create a little bit of a database in them, so it's not just like a typical Technoparrot game to set up. But look, it's just well worth it, because some of these games are absolute crackers for the trackball. Like again, Golden Tee, I'm going to need to get in there and learn how to actually play and understand golf. And then there's other ones like, where are we? Oh well, yeah, there's Target Toss Bags, and I think and Silver Strike, which like a lot of the bowling games on this trackball list are actually just friggin' funny, including the Simpsons bowling one as well. But look, anyway, that's beside the point. Alright, I'm going to focus on a game that I know Phil likes, and I was wondering why does he keep banging on about this. but I understand why. It's actually quite a fun game, and I stumbled across this only today. So I've gone and added it to the build, and I wrote a script so you can actually be launched correctly, and that is Super Monkey Ball Ticket Blitz, which is a game that's in the arcades, which is a ticketing game. This is standalone. I've actually got it sitting in Techno Parrot because originally it was on Techno Parrot, but I couldn't actually see it in there. It doesn't really matter. I've got it running standalone thanks to the crews over at Emuline, and I've got a script so it actually does that, and I've got some instructions in the file too. Anyway, you'll see in the marquee screen at the top, you'll see the flat box art that's actually on there, and I don't want that. I want a really nice marquee image to go in there. So what I'm just going to simply do is I'm just going to right click on edit, go into edit media, and then I'm going to go into images. Now you can go and add and remove images. This applies for any builds to do with Launchbox and Bigbox, but for this case I'm actually just going to show how I'm just going to add the marquee to it. So there's the logo, which is currently defaulting to the marquee screen, which I don't want to use, and I don't have a marquee on there. So I'm just going to quickly go and add an image. Here's the image that I've got on my desktop downloads. Just going to quickly add that in there. And you'll see that it'll come up as an image on the screen here. Currently it's set as box front, which I will then switch over to arcade marquee, and then when I click OK, you'll see that the image then suddenly goes up into the marquee. The logo is still there, so when you go on Bigbox you'll see that as the logo, or you can switch the logo so it matches the one on the marquee. Again, it's entirely up to you. But then the marquee is now updated with what I think is an amazing looking marquee for the marquee screen. So look, that's it essentially. Hopefully that makes a lot of sense. If you've got questions, just ask within the Facebook group forum. I'm looking for other games. Apparently there's a PC Temple Run and a few others floating around. But still, look, again, thanks for everyone providing suggestions. Hopefully if you've got a spinner or a trackball, you know, you'll get a use out of this particular build. I'll be adding this to Andrew's Megabox build because it's a standalone build that I'd like to be able to do that with. And hope everyone enjoys. Ciao.